Many years later, as he faced the firing squad, Colonel Aureliano Buendia was to remember that distant afternoon when his father took him to discover ice. The world was so recent that many things lacked names, and in order to indicate them, it was necessary to point. This opening from 100 Years of Solitude popped to my mind as I wandered through Torres del Paine. I chose the road less traveled, the double track from west to east. I was alone on the trail in the morning on my first day. Unable to speak Spanish or the native language, I became speechless among things that were nameless. I pointed my camera at my surroundings like the innocent people of Macondo. The world was new again. The glaciers actually have many more colors other than blue. When the sun occasionally beamed through the ice, I saw some soft rosy tone along with jade green. My camera couldn't capture those colors, so I just sat down and started sketching on my iPad until I couldn't feel my face. The summer heat transformed the glacier into mini waterfalls cascading between rocks. I felt like a mountain goat navigating with my trekking poles. I can't believe I walked about 39,000 steps within the day. In the Chilean novel The House of Spirits, young Clara discovers these glaciers through her uncle's weathered journals. A moment that echoed my own awe. That book captures how modernity and Marxism erased much of Chile's old magic, scattering its people across the world. I met a Chilean lady who lived in Germany. It was her first time seeing this part of her homeland. I told her I already overheard at least 8 languages on the trails. For a moment, the world felt borderless. People often complain about the unpredictable weather and strong winds in Patagonia, but I got very lucky. Most of the time, it was just sun and clouds. I tried my best to pace myself, so I filmed when I needed to film. I laid down when my body told me to lay down, among the nameless plants and vast sky. I remained speechless in the breeze that caressed the magnificent, precipitous mountains. The lakes after a long hike to the French and British valleys were peacock blue. An enormous waterfall cascaded down the big gap between lost kernels, like tears streaming down a wrist from a pair of hands. The day when I left for Chileno was hard in a way I had not expected. It had rained the night before, leaving the grassland waterlogged. What appeared to be solid ground would sink into mud as I stepped forward. I had to carefully navigate forward to avoid the mess. Unfortunately, a mountain pass covered in horse droppings was waiting for me right after this. That's because all the essential supplies and waste at Chileno campsite are transported by horses. I bumped into the two French young men I had met at Colonel's campsite when checking in. They asked me how I felt. I was like, it was good, but too much horse shit. Everybody around me had a knowing good laugh. The following day, I started the hike to the three towers in total darkness. My headlamp gave in as soon as I put it on, so I awkwardly tagged along as a French couple. Later, I found warmth, literally and emotionally, with a group of friendly Californian seniors. At the top, the sunrise was actually blocked by one stubborn cloud, and it was freezing. Some smart folks brought sleeping bags. I brought my optimism. In the end, the sun didn't give the mountains a golden contour, but the towers are absolutely majestic. As I navigated my way out of the national park, my Latina friend from grad school wrote me a passionate and inspiring letter asking for 4 moments of discovery in my Chilean trip. Her timely letter made me pause to sift through all the quiet wonders that had already passed me by. The thunderous silence of the Patagonian peaks, the laughter shared over Calafate's hour in a crowded visitor center, the way hikers from all over the world greeting each other with a gentle hola on the trail. The sore muscles tuned myself to notice again, to let the wind, the light, and nature offer their own answers, one at a time.
My dear Sisha, welcome to the South. These words are for your road ahead through the Republic of Chile, not quite for the city you now call home, where scaffolding rises and skyline reflections shift with the hours, nor for Beijing, where the pulse of streets still hums within you. These instructions are yours to take as you move through the boundless landscapes of Chile, where the earth unfolds beyond sight and silence is not absence but a chorus of echoes. Number 1. A threshold of wind. Find a doorway, maybe in a building or in the landscape itself, maybe a small gap between two towering rock faces, maybe a passage carved by time and water. A space where one world gives way to another. Stand there for a moment. Feel the shift in the air, the invitation to cross. Take a photo, not to claim the threshold, but to acknowledge it. Number 2. Structure without walls. Somewhere along your path, you will find a shelter that does not close itself from its surroundings. Perhaps a simple wooden frame offering shade. Perhaps a campsite where the boundaries between inside and outside dissolve. Observe how it stands against the wind, how it belongs without imposing. Take a photo, not for its form, but for the way it holds space.
Along Chile's roads, animitas quietly mark lives once lived, shrines for the dead and the memories they leave behind. Some are tiny shelters, others cars or toys rooted in Catholic tradition. On my way to Torres del Paine, I spotted one for the first time, a boat with a Chilean flag, a cross and a rainbow behind it. I hope its owner is still having fun riding the skies.
Number 3. Unscripted geometries. Look for water, not just in the grand reflective surfaces of lakes, but in the small and unexpected places caught in the creases of stones, threading through dry earth, vanishing before it can be held. Notice how it shapes everything, how even absence leaves a mark. Take a photo, one that captures not water, but the way it moves through the world, your world. Number 4. A solitary path. Somewhere in Torres del Paine or San Pedro de Atacama, you will walk a trail where your footsteps are the only ones in sight. Maybe the path is winding and marked, maybe it's just the direction your body decides to go. Pause there. Look back at the way you've come. Look ahead at what's still unknown. Take a photo, not only to remember the route, but to recognize that there you are. Now. Sishi, what I ask of you is not about only documenting the journey for anyone else. It's about letting the vastness of the land carve itself into you. Take these photos, not as a traveler, but as someone in conversation with the terrain. Listen to what it has to say. What does it tell you? With light, with wind. Andrea.
Gracias.